Asylum das Timbalmos Revolution News here at downtown Ottawa. Oh well, here folks, you might seen from behind me is that these protesters have started marching from Parliament Hill, but what of course here folks is that they're currently here outside of the building of CTV, giving CTV a piece of their mind. But aside from that here folks is that according to a credible source from what I have seen, from a video of a credible source, is that yes, there were counter protesters earlier. This was the Ottawa residents that are against the protesters here, but right now is that yes, I'm not seeing them here, like they were nowhere to be seen. But surely here folks is that the other part is the police liaison is handling the situation very well here right now. And there's some little bit of commotion, a little bit of infighting that occurred earlier. But well, aside from that, it is totally peaceful here as per usual. They're just saying things in their megaphone. So of course, what they are protesting here today? Well, first of all, they're protesting the 15-minute cities, which of course, according to the WEF, according to these people, is that yes, 15 minutes of utopia, where you'll get everything you need within 15 minutes. And well, of course, the other part here folks is that yes, these protesters is surely protesting that. So they're totally against it. But there are other stuff that they're also protesting here. So now we're gonna actually see what this crowd of protesters will be marching on today. And also the other part here folks is that yes, we're gonna see what the turnout will be, how this team will turn out today. We shall see that here folks. Now you may see from here is that they're going down to Rideau Street. So we're gonna continue on catching up with them, kind of continuing to follow them on their march today for the 11.0 worldwide rally. For the whole type of particular of the things here folks is that one of the things that they are protesting here today is digital ID, the 15-minute series of course is actually happening worldwide here folks. Not only here in Ottawa, there's also one in Toronto. Yes, basically a protest against 15-minute series. And
I lost my shit a minute ago.
CTV for accountability!
oh well here folks, just take a look at this. They are currently standing in front of the building of CTV News in Ottawa. But well, basically, I'm just seeing the similarity of what happened before in Toronto, where they stop in front of CTV building and saying something to CTV News. But, well, of course, their focus is that, yes, I'm surely getting the same vibes here, the same vibes that I felt in Toronto whenever they stop in front of CTV to give CTV their peace of mind. But what for the most typical of the things here, folks, is that, yes, for the most primary of the things here is that, yes, you see it is these protesters is just like so angry at the mainstream media for, of course, twisting things and taking things out of context. So, well, yes, you're hearing here is that they want truth. But I highly doubt that CTV will actually do that.
We're all together. We're all together now. So just slowly make our way and move away from the anger and the sadness and the loss to a new world of planning and building our future of freedom and fairness. Now let's all walk as brothers and sisters all the way back to Elgin Street, down Spark Street, and eventually back to the hill where we're going to have our victory. Who's with me? Who's with me?
What if I yell out loud? I want us to go that way, everybody fucking go that way. What if I yell that out loud?
That way? I'm not
So it's the police that are wanting us to go this way.
Yes, yeah. Which way? Which police want us to walk
Turn the
down?
fuck around and walk this way.
No problem. Make our way back
Oh, sometimes I think
Thank you, beautiful people, for coming. We know where we're going. We know where our victory's going to be. We're going to make our way back to the hill. We're going to get there. We have our
That was a setup. Yes, it was. Just like they set them up on the Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! You want a loud voice? I'll give you that. I have a Superman voice. Let's go! Freedom fighters, we don't die. We multiply.
I know, and I was looking behind me and I'm like, fuck, I gotta run.
Freedom!
Just keep paddling. So folks, as you may see in here is that they are heading back to the parliament here, yes, just like I mentioned. And the other part too is you have a guy playing "Oh Canada" on his musical instrument. I don't know if that is the French version, bilingual version, or the English version. Because obviously they all have the same tone, the same rhythm, same sound.
Hold the line! Freedom! 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 Freedom!
Oh well, here folks, you might see from here is that yes, these people are now walking up to the Parliament Hill. They are surely passing by the Senate, but the police liaison is guiding these protesters for
Way to go, brother.
the go.
Revolution News. I love it. That's the way. Spread the word.
So the estimate crowd here, folks, is I would say around 500 to 1,000, or maybe less than that. But nonetheless, here, folks, is that you can just see this large crowd here today at Ottawa. But this is
But we're here to thank the truckers. Bruno might have said different, but I'm thanking them. People turned out
50 people showed up.
I
could be wrong, but it's proportionally great.
Thank you, truckers. Thank you, truckers. And thank you, Pat King. Hey, man, I love that Pat King. The one they jailed up for how long? 4 months? Hey, there's some still in jail in Alberta. That is crazy. What is that, political prisoner they call that? That is so sad. That's where Winnipeg should be. They should be there.
Why Winnipeg? Why Winnipeg? The truckers? Did you talk about the truckers? Oh, I know.
Oh well, here folks, just take a look at this. They are surely passing by Justin Trudeau's office, but from what I have seen here, yes, basically in other words, from what I'm seeing here right now is that they're not stopping by his office to say something to him, but they should stop by in front of CTB's building, but I bet they don't have any time for that. But what for sure here, folks, is that yes, this is so far the most convenient, amazing turnout, if you will, here, folks. But the part I'm gonna be saying here, folks, is yes, looks like that they don't want to waste their energy because we know that Justin Trudeau is not in his office, is not in Canada. He went out of the country for a long weekend vacation. But yeah, talk about convenient timing here, folks. Yes, think he's in Bahamas vacationing and maybe having a good time there. But the protesters here are out in the cold, freezing their butts. But well, no matter of the matter is yes, oh yes, from what I'm seeing, the police being totally rational, being totally peaceful, not engaging in behavior that would actually escalate the situation and turn it into a repetition of what happened last year at the Freedom Convoy 2022 and also what happened at the rolling thunder.
Quietly, people stand. Quietly. You guys, please move in there. Quietly there. Quietly.
Folks, yes, the interesting here is that there's a little bit tension happening between the protesters and the police. So now you can just like see it here. The reason why is because the police completely sold off Spark Street, which prevents these protesters from actually coming to this sidewalk and use that sidewalk to actually maybe go to Wellington Street or not. But nonetheless here folks is that yes, you're completely seeing here that the protesters is completely talking to the liaison, but earlier is that one protesters is actually trying to escalate the situation here. Yes, one protester, but the rest of the protesters are just calm and following the orders of the police. And what the other part here folks is the protesters, yes, the other protesters is surely going around and going to, yes, Queen Street. So now we shall see how this situation right now will turn out to. Let's see if this thing will actually escalate or not.
Let's go. Come on, guys.
If people want to walk and have a good time,
Everybody, we're going.
like to argue,
You're not going anywhere. Let's go this way.
There's no obstacle they can put in front of us. We can't adapt to. We're going to make our way to the hill. It's okay. They try to stop us all day every day. We know that they can't stop us. There's more ways than one to get to the hill.
I came from this way.
Hi, lady. Look at you. When I'm sitting back,
You do have rights. You have freedom. If you want to stand,
okay, you lead the way.
there's no point causing trouble. There's no point.
Folks, oh well, even though more and more protesters are just like leaving the situation and just like going to Queen Street instead, but still there are protesters who still, oh well, playing hard with the police. You can just like see from behind me that they are not pretty much leaving the situation. They're still persisting. Just to sort of say here, folks, in other words, these protesters is surely trying to make their way to Spark Street. So we shall see what else can happen here, because as of right now, since these protesters still trying to deal with the police, trying to sort of get their way to Spark Street. From what I'm observing right now, there's still few protesters had left. Meaning still few protesters on the scene, pretty much trying to get all of the police blockade, the barrier that the police had created. So, well, surely the other factor here, folks, is that, oh, well, this is Ottawa 2023. Pretty much the hard way of saying it here, folks. This police surely doesn't go on and let these protesters walk to Park Street that easily. Because of course, as you might sort of seen during the protest against drug story time at the National Arts Center, people arrested, basically detained for just saying things on the microphone. But once you can hear, folks, yes, it's so surely a Orwellian city where you commit thought crime, the thought police will come after you and whether detain you or basically give you a ticket, or basically, yes, bring you behind the bars. In other words, put you in jail for just committing a thought crime.
Trump's identity and all this. And so, yeah, this has been going on for quite a while. And when I spoke out about it and said I was eventually arrested. And then when I decided to organize an event last week at the National Arts Center in protest of the Drag Queen Story Hour that was going on there, I was arrested again. So I've now been arrested twice in a week for simply standing up against this woke narrative. And I'm 16 years old. So I would encourage all of you guys to stand with me and show up in numbers. The Freedom Convoy was incredible, and we're all here to remember that. And I think you're all with me in protesting the decision made yesterday at the OEC. But it wasn't just about mask mandates and COVID rules. That was a terrible infringement, but we're way beyond that at this point. There's a globalist narrative, and it's going into effect quite quickly. So we better stand up and use our freedom of expression, use our freedom of religion before it's too late. Freedom taken for granted is always lost, so stand up and use it.
Listen, but him above. I'm fighting for the kids. Number one. I'm not a mother, but I'm a mama bear for every child out there. And you're not gonna mess with any of those kids till I'm standing here. I came to this country from a war, communism and fascism, to the country that a lot of us immigrants wanted to live free. Are we living free? So that's why we have to open our eyes to our fellow Canadians to say enough is enough. He must go. He destroyed this beautiful country. He destroyed families. He destroyed everything. And like I said, I'm not giving up. I'm just starting. Thank you, guys.
L'unité. L'unité, c'est quelque chose d'incroyable et c'est spécial. Donc, même les gens dans les systèmes politiques ont le plus besoin. It has to be the political system, grassroots. Work together, collaborate together, create. So I know, for example, I can see Cotton Candy here. I can see Sonia. I can see Olga and Olga's daughter. I can see Dean. I can see Crystal. And I can see Patriot Smoothie. I'll let you do it. No. Let you do it. Okay. So, once I'm sorry about that, but when I guess and Steve G and JB, everybody call out your names. Who are you? Call out your names, please. Who are you?
Oh, well, here, folks, yes. Protesters are back now at the Parliament Hill. There were some couple speeches that occurred here. But, well, for the most part here, folks, is that yes, oh yes, the protesters managed to get away without, well, being beaten up or being arrested, of course. Like, yes, the police liaison actually negotiated with these protesters, so that's why they were able to get away from that situation and come back to the Parliament Hill. So, well, the turnout for today was good, despite of the infighting, kind of, the little conflict that occurred with the police. But, well, both sides had come to an agreement to back off and come back here. But, of course, the Worldwide Rally 11.0 in Ottawa is officially over. Well, there's a great turnout today, of course. Well, I would say also the kind of estimated number will be around maybe less than 1,000, or that will be less than 500, or maybe more than that. But the estimated number is just too much to calculate here. But if you just see the size of the crowd today, you surely know that majority of protesters, I mean, not was majority, but rather many protesters chose to come here today in Ottawa to commemorate this very dark moment for Canada, because Justice Paul Colom had, well, indicated the Emergency Act was rightfully invoked. It was justified that threshold was met. And, well, of course, aside from that, the trampling of peaceful protesters with horses last year, the fact of riot police beating protesters, of course, beating them with batons, tear gassing them. The other part, basically, the tactical police handedly beating protesters, punching them out, hitting them with rifle bats. But those things are just very egregious actions that came from the police. But nonetheless, protesters gathered here to just celebrate the good memories that the Freedom Convoy had left behind, and also to basically have a moment to reflect on what happened here last year when Trudeau invoked the Emergency Act, when he out there declared martial law, just because peaceful protesters gathered here, and Trudeau didn't like the fact that truckers came here in his backyard. He was so pissed that he had to declare martial law and trample people with horses. That is totally surreal and unbelievable here, folks. For Revolution News, I'm Asylum Justin Billmore. Hey there, folks. Please support my independent journalism by going to donorbox.org/Revolution Freedom Reports. That's donorbox.org/Revolution Freedom Reports. And of course, if you can kick in a buck or two, that will be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much.